once a day. I remember they came, and we hadn't had showers for like 3-4 days. My cellie next door, they took him first. He was gone for about 3 hours. It don't take that long to take a shower. So when he finally came back, we asked him, man, why you was gone so long? He said, man, do not go take a shower. They left me in there for 3 hours, sitting on that cold ass bench, naked, and he's bamming on the door like, let me out, let me out.
Is this just like normal?
Yeah.
Look.
Nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Look and Live. You are here with Pastor James Devallon, and I'm joined with
Josiah.
I got my son on the channel once again. It's an honor to have him every time. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more of my notification uploads. Comment below, share your thoughts and perspective with me. Without further ado, let's get into this video. What do I have going on for you right now? Okay, here we are. We have another one from Jubilee. I haven't done a Jubilee for a long time. This is probably the first time you're gonna do a Jubilee video with me. But what they do, they just talk about something that's going on in the world and give two sides of the story and let people pick and choose which one they want to stand for. Simple as that. So what's going on here in this video? We have about, I think it's 6 people. So who has served the most time? Ex-con ranks themselves. Most time in jail, and you have to look at what's happening here, and then we have to decide based on what is being said who has served the most time in jail. What do you think? Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Let's do this. Let me flip this camera. I'm gonna go here, you're gonna go here.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Without further ado, let us now get into the heart of the message.
I would normally say American Greed guy should be like over here, you know, Ponzi scheme. I don't know.
Who said Ponzi scheme?
You look like a Ponzi scheme.
That's awful. She looked like a baby. So I think she probably did the least time. So I think you should.
Yeah, I would think her too.
Yeah, like you just took your braces off last week.
And then I think he did the most time.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I think so too.
My ball.
Which one out of all these groups you think did the most time in jail?
And then I think he did.
I don't know.
Let's take some guesses to see how right or wrong we are by the end of this video.
I feel like it's the girl.
You think the girl did most time in jail?
Yeah.
Wow, that's because
like you would expect it.
You know who I would choose? That guy who's all well dressed up. I would think he did the most time in jail because he looks like a bank robber to me, a Ponzi scheme, somebody who robbed people of their insurance money, somebody who's been in federal prison or something. He doesn't look like one of those street guys. Certainly not. Like a businessman who did something really dirty. Who else would you give this third place?
Probably like, I don't know.
What about that guy with the hat?
He looks
gangster.
He looks like he's really chill. He looks like
he's chill.
He looks like he plays video games.
That's a good thing. Which one of them you think is the least of a criminal from your perspective? Would you say, judging?
The guy that's like got the really cool hair.
So which one? This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh wow, the Jamaican shoes kind of looking guy.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about that guy? That looked like a Spanish, hey papi. Like that looks like, you know, MS-13 kind of gangsters. And we could be completely wrong, and that's what's funny about this video, because what we might be thinking is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So let's find out more.
Most time, in my opinion.
I think so too.
My boss vibes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would put you in the middle somewhere.
Like you was a second. You've been locked up since you was 12. I don't mean to judge you, but I think you over there, bro. Man.
I feel like I should at least switch with you.
I think she should be at the end. 'Cause I think she's just trying to trick her spot.
I kind of think you should be at the end. I have a feeling. I'm not sure why. I would switch you two.
I don't know.
You projecting?
Projecting? No, I feel like you just trying to project your spot.
Maybe.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I would switch you guys. Yes, I would.
I think me and him should switch.
I'll go back over here then. I'll go back over here.
I think we're off by a lot. I mean, we can't really tell.
I don't know. This dude might have done a stretch the way he talking.
This one?
Yeah,
he doesn't give me criminal vibes.
Man,
you know?
on like some other mafia type.
But he ain't got enough tattoos for that.
I don't know what he's hiding underneath that long sleeve.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard, don't judge the book by his cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that means?
Like, don't judge like anybody like by how they look.
By how they look. You might think the one with the tattoos that looks all gangster is the criminal, and the one who's not, you just don't know people. So it's always hard for you to jump into a conclusion unless you know their stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because they be on their
Roll your
back.
sleeves up.
Most of the tattoos on their back. No stereotype, but most of the, Asian culture tattoos be on their back.
I feel like maybe me and her need to switch. Because she's talking like she's been around.
Probably so. Is that a yard tattoo?
First of all, no.
Did anyone do, was it federal or state time?
State.
State.
What about you?
Federal time.
Oh yeah, I know.
I knew that.
White collar crime.
You know what the difference with federal is?
No.
Federal is more like something that has to do in government, something that is more related to like political, something in that area kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could be completely off, but it's more government type of crime.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, state is more like local, you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Government is like higher up, like scamming people or doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
American Greed.
How long we been out?
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
14 years.
14, wow.
My daughter's 13. I'm 12, so 12 years.
10 years?
I've been out 2 years.
7.
6.
All right, I want to know what time you guys wake up every morning.
7.
5.
So they're asking questions to figure out which one has spent the most time in prison. So they're asking these type of questions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clock.
Between 4:30, 5 o'clock.
You guys are early.
How about you?
At 10 every day.
10 o'clock.
That's my guy.
10.
There's no time to wake us up.
What
boy.
time do you usually get up in the morning?
Like
Like an 8.
for like school, I gotta be up by like 6.
6. But when it's not school, sometimes you sleep till like 11 a.m. You're
Yeah.
late. Yeah, I'm like a 9:30 kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I have to get up to get baby J ready for school, I get up early. But if not, I take my time. If I'm not going to church, I don't have to do anything in the morning. At 9 o'clock, 8:30, that's when I'm waking up. So.
I want to move you down here though.
I'm cool with that.
Oh, right.
The reason they ask that is
Wake up
because in prison there's a time that you wake up, which tells you how long, if they stay in prison for a certain period of time, they should be used to waking up at these times. So he's asking those questions to see what might be happening in their practice.
I wake up at 6.
Didn't he say 7?
No, 6.
I'm not alone.
Yeah.
You say you just got out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
huh?
2 years ago.
How old are you?
32.
32. Yeah, you probably should be right here.
He really wants to get out of that spot.
What was your biggest pet peeve inside?
Snitches.
New prisoners running to staff and not understanding that maybe out here you go to law enforcement, but it's not the best move while in custody. And
Exactly.
Since I'm the only girlfriend drama, it was crazy.
I can see that.
I've seen some stuff.
I can see that.
I mean, we got to work out every day. It's mandatory, so some people like to slack off, and I didn't like that. Yeah, you need everybody to be on top shape, you know what I mean? Because at any second, anything could go down.
For me, I didn't do any drugs or anything like that, but being able to go to exercise and run, that was that was better than any drug that I could take. That was
We know you didn't do drugs.
Yeah, you know.
It was a hell of a release. You know what the CRT is, right?
The tactical team?
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, you can get that.
Yeah, so
CRT. There's another term for CRT that's called critical race theory. It's where they're teaching kids like how to hate their country, like America is racist kind of thing. Yeah, I thought that's what it meant, but in prison CRT is a different word for, like the technical team, so on.
what was that for you guys Like, especially your first time experiencing that. And when you know they're coming for your cell or your dorm particularly.
For me, it's like, man, I just don't want to go through just cleaning up everything again. You have food spilled everywhere, like the waters, the juices, whatever. And you just gotta clean up. So I'm like,
if cleanup was your biggest concern, I feel like you're in the right spot. I was contraband queen, so I'm gonna go to solitary for sure. So you should move. I don't know.
You think I should still?
You here, scooch down.
The way she behaves is like she's been in prison for a little long.
Yeah.
At least 7 years. Like, she's very like commanding and telling things like that. Don't you pick up on that?
Yeah.
Is your mind changing so far about who you think is first and last kind of thing so far, based on the information we're getting? Nothing yet? All right.
Because like I feel like since she's talking about like girlfriend drama, I feel like she got into like a fight, like a big fight with like another girl, and then like it got like really like she took it too far or something. That's what I think.
Sounds like one of those things. It sounds like she was talking also fight that happens inside of the prison.
Yeah.
Not so much outside.
Well, like, why would it happen inside the prison though? Like,
oh, they fight all the time. I mean.
But like, they're talking about girlfriend drama. So, she said girlfriend drama. Girlfriend drama.
Well, you know those girls be like girls being with girls in prison. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
If there's no man, well, it's just anything happens from that point forward. Anyway.
Most definitely.
I remember one time I was on lockdown. I was in what they call the hole. So we were supposed to get a shower at least once a day. I remember they came and we hadn't had showers for like 3-4 days. My cellie next door, they took him first. He was gone for about 3 hours. It don't take that long to take a shower. So when he finally came back, we asked him, man, why you was gone so long? He said, man, do not go take a shower. They left me in there for 3 hours, sitting on that cold ass bench, naked, and he's bamming on the door like, let me out, let me out. And they open the door, they say, if you knock on this door one more time, we're gonna come in there and f you up.
Yeah, man, they're on a
They did that to me too. Like, I was standing in the shower for hours.
They meant it, and he knew they meant it. You know, and the prison guards really mistreat you. They want to make sure to tear you down in front of the others.
How much solitary time has everyone served?
I went in the hole for 60 days straight.
The most at one time for me is 90.
I never went to the hole, unfortunately.
No, I was on my best behavior. I was trying to get out. Her should be in the middle.
I think she definitely should be at least here.
I think you should be next to me.
I feel like you should.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, you seem like you just been thugging since been thugging.
I've been in and out a lot. The system has been good to me, you know?
The system has been good to me. Red flag.
Yeah, speaking of, does everyone feel like the prison system is adequate in reforming?
You look, is prison working? Statistics are so clear about how many people go in, go out, and then go right back in. So recidivism rates in this country are atrocious. You hit the other side and you're not ready, and then you have this whole problems of banking and housing and employment. It's easier in some cases to just go back. The re-entry, the training must begin in prison to help people in custody prepare for the hardest part, which is coming home with a solid reputation and a felony record.
I think the programs...
That's a good point he made. A lot of people who go to prison, when they get out, they can't get jobs, they can't make a living. So it's almost like going back to living a regular life. It's almost impossible. Unless you are determined to make something of yourself. Like, the world doesn't welcome you back, in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
Especially those who are trying to clean up. If you have a record now, most jobs won't hire you. Like Amazon, I know people that were in prison, they went and got a job at Amazon, their record popped up and they were denied the job. So it's like some of these people are thinking like, what am I supposed to do with myself? So they go back to selling drugs and stuff like that, and they end up being back in prison again.
Oh.
He's like, there has to be a better system that helps people out of prison to somewhat get their lives back together again. It doesn't seem like this is working, at least for the people who are trying to do right once they come out. I know there's some they come out, they're just gonna do wrong anyway.
Yeah.
But there are some who comes out, they're trying to live right. The system has to change. And I think that's why this discussion is very needful. How does that make you feel about prison thus far? Is that somewhere you wanna go?
No.
No, I don't think so, me neither.
The offer helps a lot, but like I think we can all agree on this, that it's on the person, on the individual, if they want to get something from that. Because a lot of people go in there and they just go through the motions and they'll complete the program. But as soon as they get out, it's right back to the whatever put them in there the first time. Being an African-American male and being raised in what they call the hood, South Central LA, you're bound to go down that bad road.
anger helped me break the cycle of going back and using drugs and all the stuff that I did. I was mad. I was really pissed off that I was treated horribly and chained to a bed for 2 days after I gave birth to my first daughter. Right. I used that as motivation to never go back and completely retire and be a mom. I was going to talk about it and share my story and let people know just how bad it is. I was in facilities that didn't want to give women tampons, and I was not believed about pain. It is a very dehumanizing thing, and some of it is very petty. They do it because they can.
Let me ask you guys this. This is a good question. Like sometimes you can get just the little things in prison made you have, like you had some sense of humanity. Just like being able to wear your own shoes. To me, that was a big plus from being in the county.
Yeah.
Where you were so restricted to not really have been able to do none of that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing for me, like the visits, I really enjoy seeing my family. So in prison, you could hug them, you could see them, eat with them, whereas in county, it's like through the glass, and you're like, man, only 20 minutes.
And if you were in prison, what would the #1 thing you wish you could do? Behind bars, what would that be?
Like anything? Gotta say, play video games. Like family, like
I like that.
Like family, it. I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's such a boy. I would say, I think family, just being able to physically touch them, that's crucial for me. I'll be able to hold hands and, you know, hug. That's definitely it. Because because you're so lonely. I'm so lonely in prison. You know, the video game can be fun for me, but it's not fun for you. Might be it might work. I think you can just lock up with your games and you're good. For me, it's like I need people. I need people. I wish I could take my YouTube channel to prison.
There you go.
That would be option number 2, guys. I'll be able to record my videos while I'm in prison and having my reaction videos. And if I get beat up or anything like that, and I got stabbed last night, I can make a video about that just to show you and stuff like, hey man, this is what happened to me. Yeah, okay, it's just a wish. What do you guys think? What would you like? What is one privilege you would wish you could have if you were locked up, if you were back in prison? Have you been in prison before? What was that like? You know, so let's talk.
Yeah. Or even 15 for some places.
I think you should come back over here now.
Yeah,
you should back over here. I feel like you guys are worse than me. You know the good thing about doing...
You see that guy? I'm beginning to realize that Asian-looking guy, he's not that innocent after all.
Yeah, he really doesn't look innocent anymore.
Yeah, he looks like in his behavior, he's behaving nice because he might have done something so bad that in his behavior, he's almost like redeeming himself kind of thing. He's showing that he's a better person, and I think that's what's happening here in his behavior. Yeah, I think he might be the worst of all.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to hide something.
Yeah, he's hiding something. He's holding back his true nature or whatever it is happening in the past. Yeah, I think we're in for a shocker on this one.
Is that your traffic tickets go away. You sign a form and they all go. And
I think you need to come over here. I think
that must be some LA stuff. I know you still got your same problem.
I think you should come down.
Maybe I
traffic check.
Scooch down.
We're gonna switch. Are you okay with that? All right.
And I think for me, the opportunities were there to take the classes to better yourself. But as far as the treatment goes, no, because the officers are very indifferent. So they don't treat you like a human being. You can't really have a conversation with them or any staff. They look at you as less than. So I felt very dehumanized.
That's the whole point. The whole point of it.
Okay, y'all should switch. You two.
I feel like you should be over here.
I mean, it's a tough one. Like, you're supposed to be in prison. You're not supposed to be living in a king's house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there is how are they supposed to treat prisoners? Definitely like people, like animals. But at the same time, you should not expect all the privilege of a person who is freed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What's your thought on that? Do you think prisoners should be treated right, nicely, or they should be treated like prisoners where they lose a lot of privileges? I don't know what you think.
Probably I gotta say just losing privilege. They could learn how to change, but for like people that didn't even like really even do anything or like didn't deserve to be in prison. Like that's a whole new story.
That's a whole other story. I agree. Powerful.
You know, I really finessed the situation when I was in there. I know how to work a person, you know what I'm saying? My favorite subject is psychology.
See, everyone serves time differently. I didn't do any finessing. I was stunned at how many people didn't do their job.
It seemed like you shouldn't even been in prison.
Thank you.
It seemed like you got caught in a family scheme, and then they threw you under the bus.
Pyramid.
Thank you.
That's what it was. Your family caught you up because you just too polished. I can tell.
The group now will do a final ranking based on who they think serve the most prison time, and I think this is our time to make a final ranking base. Okay, I'll let you do yours and I'll do mine.
I think my man should be right here. Cause he's been talking about some in and out.
I know he didn't work.
And he don't work at he don't work
In and out in the prison.
He won't talk about the burger place when he say in and out.
I would normally say American
You think the girl is number one?
Yeah.
Most time? I
don't know.
She's up there. For as commending as she is, like dictating, like she's been in prison more than once. She somewhat knows how to work the system.
Yeah.
And I think that Chinese guy is up there too. These guys might be like, I don't know.
guy should be like over here, like, you know, Ponzi scheme. I don't know.
Yeah, 85%.
Yeah, the feds, you're gonna do most
So
of
you
the
want him
time.
to switch?
anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, the Ponzi schemes, they do
Minimum
minimum
85%.
Who said Ponzi scheme?
I
You
mean,
look like a Ponzi scheme.
That's awful.
Judging you
I'm
by your
offended.
peers.
We were doing so well.
Judging you by your peers.
Everyone is
I
just
feel like even in and out.
Everybody's just, but it never
Everyone
fails.
is just presumed you
It
did that. I don't know why.
It never fails. Like it never fails. I'm always.
And he
There's
might
nothing
not
else.
be,
Just like you said.
he looks like a basketball coach or something.
Yeah.
Like he is so friendly. There is no way he's been in prison for the longest.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I would put that Spanish guy way up there before I put him, honestly. But I could be wrong too.
But the Spanish guy doesn't even look that bad, to be honest. Like he seems like really calm. Like, well, he could have done like a lot of time. So like he like changed a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, it's gonna be exciting to find out.
Think about it.
Is this the final verdict, right?
Fed time.
85%.
Fed time.
Yeah,
You're gonna do 80% or more.
I don't think you're number one.
No, I don't think I am either.
I would actually maybe switch you two.
I would too. Yeah. I think,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Your time.
I agree with that.
Sixth spot, we have Mario.
I told you.
I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
Are you serious?
In the fifth spot, we have Nick at 1 year.
What?
In the
1
fourth
year in
spot,
prison.
We have Justin T at 1 year and 23 days.
In the fence.
What?
Did you expect that?
But like he seemed like I don't even think he did anything like really bad.
Really bad, right?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna reveal what they did.
Oh, they gave
You
you.
should be happy for me. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I am happy for you. For real. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the third spot, we have Tyrone at 3 years.
Tyrone.
Okay. Oh, don't tell me you the badass.
I'm not though.
In the second spot, we have Jessica at 5 years.
Really, huh? Let me find out it was a nail
You was
salon
messing
scheme.
with us the whole
Nail
time.
salon scheme.
In the first spot, Justin C at 14.
Damn, my boy.
Wow.
14 years. Goodness. What could you have done to spend 14 years in jail?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, that has to be more than drug-related crimes. Maybe death.
Well, actually, death is like death is normally like close to life.
It depends how it was done.
Yeah.
What age was he? Because if he did 14 years, he must have been in his 16 when he did this. So he must have been young.
Yeah.
So they probably gave him a second chance after a while. So he probably did something somewhere, homicide or attempted murder or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you don't get 14 years.
Attempted murder seems like.
Yeah, it could have been that, right? That's look at his face, Nicholas, man.
Whoa.
I just didn't get that vibe from him.
I feel like I don't carry myself in a way where I'm like tough guy.
You didn't even look that old.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right, so I was on probation for sales, and then I got caught with weed again. You see, back in the days, weed was, you'll get it from somebody's house, you know, or a corner. But now you got shops everywhere, so I got locked up for marijuana, like plain and simple.
I was a drug dealer. I was transporting narcotics across state lines. Look and behold, I was a part of a sting operation. Didn't know it. They were surveilling me for like 3 days. I pled guilty to 18 months because it was my first charge. I was in a racist state, and my judge clearly looked at me and told me, I'm going to make an example out of you, so I'm going to send you to prison.
So I pled guilty to...
I don't like when they play those racist cards.
Yeah.
If you did your crime, you did your time. 18 months for drugs is not all that bad if you think about it, depending on how much you were carrying and transporting and so on. So when they start pulling these racist cards, I'm like, no. Don't call it racist. You did your dirt. It's okay. Own it.
A white-collar crime, 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud. I was a money manager in Century City at Bear Stearns and then UBS. And many years into my career, our team learned that a client of ours who managed a hedge fund was lying to his investors. Once we learned that he was lying, rather than stop the fraud, we turned the other way, in part because he was paying our company $100,000 a month, every single month, and all of us had grown somewhat addicted to the commissions. Of course, I always knew that it was wrong, and I was certainly deserved to be held accountable.
My conviction was...
Wow, fraud. I knew that. Yeah.
Robbery and possession of stolen property. Because I was in gangs. I was a Crip, originally sentenced to 7. I had a good PD, public defender, that was like...
We were right. We did say he looked like a gangster.
Yeah.
We were right about that.
Well, you were right.
Yeah.
You would think that she was a paid attorney, the way she fought for me, and ended up doing 3.5.
My convictions are possession with intent, delivery of meth, and simultaneous possession of drugs and a firearm.
Wow.
And I was sentenced to 5 years in Arkansas, but I also served some other time because I was a drug addict, so I have criminal sales of a controlled substance and assault as well.
So I went in for first-degree murder, attempted murder, gang-related drive-by shooting.
That's what I said.
We were right. We were right. You don't get 14 years just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you got to do something crazy.
Something that I'm very remorseful for. Because I was born in Korea, I'm still dealing with the collateral consequences of it, that I am facing deportation, that I could literally be deported any day. So right now I am pardoning or campaigning for my pardon with the governor of California. I do believe that I was rightly sentenced to 82 years to life. My sentence was commuted by Governor Brown to 15 years to life based on my good behavior. I went in young, I turned away from the gangs, got my GED, my college degrees. So I'm just trying to create a different narrative, and that's the reason why I came on here, because people do change. People are not the horrible choice they made as a teenager.
I'm so happy for you.
Wow. Wow. Why do you say with that? People do change.
Yeah.
I think so too. That's a kind of a tough one. I never thought he was in that, category. I never thought he would be. Again, that's why you don't judge people, because you just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was 16.
Good story.
You see, like, this goes to show a lot. Like, if I see any one of you guys on the street, maybe I'll think I'm the bad one. But
Yeah, I would think it was you.
You know,
Then maybe
But I say, you carry yourself, you got your baby with you.
I would think he's...
a lot of times I do sense the fear in people when I'm next to them. But a lot of people that have done like some of the worst crimes don't look like me.
No, don't judge no one. For real.
I think anyone that's been to prison has to work to try to change that.
That is funny. So, what's your thought and perspective on that?
Yeah, they just couldn't judge like the person by like how they look, cause like the person that looked the most like I don't know what kind of word for
It's
it.
a criminal.
Yeah. Like wasn't actually a criminal. Like he was like actually one of the least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful how you judge people, because some people may look one way, there might be other things happening. And there are people who look really innocent and loving and kind could be the worst type also. So it's best you just treat people with love and respect, until you know for certain what's going on.
Yeah.
So what you guys think? Did that one throw you off? Did you figure it out? I think that was a really, really good one. We can do some more. So I recommend some other things from, if you would like to see Josiah back on the channel again, make some more recommendations. And I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. So the more subscription he has, eventually we're going to work more on putting out content for his channel. But anyway, I'm going to post that anywhere if you want to check it out. He has a few things going on there. I want to say one last thing, guys, is that God also, let me see if I can fix my camera here. There we are. We are done. God also wants to deliver us from prison. Would you believe me? Yeah, there is something called spiritual prison as well, you know, and some of us might have been in there for a long time. For some, it might be shorter, but no matter what, you want to be delivered. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Talking about Jesus' prophecy, Isaiah 61, it says, the Lord have anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim the liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. So there is spiritual prison as well, and Jesus wants to open up that door and let us free. So let me know, have you been in prison? Have you been in jail? What was it like? And to top it off, have you been in a spiritual prison? Has the Lord set you free? Comment below, share your thought and perspective with me. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Did you enjoy having Josiah with us today? It's an honor. I don't get him often, so when I do, I take advantage. So, any final thought?
No.
Nah. We don't have to have a final thought. All right, friends, comment below. We'll talk in the comment below. All right, have a good one. Bye.